Hi guys, how's it going? Just going to do a quick update video to show you what I'm playing at the moment. I'll start with Dead Space 3, which I just finished last night with a friend. Played for the whole single player and co-op. Took us about 20 hours to complete. It's definitely a good game. I can see why Dead Space fans hated it, to be honest with you, though. It's a lot different from the first two Dead Spaces. For me, the co-op aspect did get a lot of hate from Dead Space fans, but with me being a sucker for co-op anyway, I don't think it ruined the game at all. Obviously you can still play in Dead Space 3 on your own in solo, which I haven't yet gone through on my own, but yeah, like I said, with me being a co-op fan and a Dead Space fan, for me it's like the perfect mixture. I don't think it ruined the game at all. It just reduces the fear factor quite a bit. But yeah, I'd still pick it up. Just it is a lot of fun to play through, just less scary than the other games. Next up, we've got Dark Souls 2, which I'm about 53 hours into now. There's not a lot to say about Dark Souls. Everyone knows about them now. Yeah. I think I'm quite near the end now. Although I've heard some people have taken them about 80 hours to finish, but I think I may have rushed through it a little bit. I think I've skipped some areas. I haven't used a guide or anything to go through it, so I'm pretty sure I've missed out on some areas. But there's always my second playthrough to go and explore them areas that I've missed. But yeah, for me it's slightly easier than the first game, but that's not to say it's easy. It's really not. It's definitely is still one of the hardest games on the market, which obviously Demon Souls and Dark Souls were as well. They've improved on Dark Souls. For me, they've improved quite a bit. They've taken all the good aspects from Demon Souls and Dark Souls and they've implemented them into Dark Souls 2, and for me they've improved them quite a lot. Like I said in one of my previous videos, the bosses for me aren't as memorable. There's no boss fights like Smo and Ornstein. Although one boss from Dark Souls does make an appearance in Dark Souls 2, which I won't ruin. But I was quite, well, for me, considering that he was one of my favourite bosses from Dark Souls 1, I was quite happy with it. But for some people, I think that they're rehashing bosses from the first game, which isn't true, because it is only one boss. But yeah, still playing for that moment. Next game is Beyond Two Souls, which I picked up a couple of days ago. I'm only on about the third chapter mission in it, so I can't really comment too much. I wasn't the biggest fan of Heavy Rain, but even though I wasn't the biggest fan, you can still see that it was a fantastic game, and I did finish it. It's just that I'm not really that into my quick time events, and for me, even though a lot of people did say that Heavy Rain wasn't a game for the quick time events, for me it definitely was, and I found it hard to get along with it sometimes. But I'm a big fan of Ellen Page, and her being in Beyond Two Souls was a big reason why I picked it up. I'm excited to get further into it and see how the story progresses, because it has started off really well. Yeah, not a lot to say about that because I'm not that far into it, so I can't comment too much, but I'm currently playing that at the moment, along with Dark Souls 2. These are two games that I've sort of gone on the back burner a little bit since I've been playing Dark Souls. That is The Last of Us. I have finished the single player, but I bought the DLC and I haven't started it at all, so I really need to get into that. Although I may play through the campaign first and then play Left Behind, just as a refresher cause I can't really remember. It was so long ago since I finished The Last of Us, I can't really remember how it ended now. So it'd be good to go through it and then find out the ending of The Last of Us and how the Left Behind DLC continues. My last game is Mass Effect 3, which I had ages ago. I completed it, and then for some reason I can't remember why I got rid of it. But then I mainly picked it up this time for the co-op, because obviously it's free on PS Plus now, which I don't have. But this was so cheap now, I thought I'd pick it up anyway. The co-op is really fun. For me, it's one of the most fun co-op on the PlayStation 3, along with Uncharted 2 co-op, which I'm still playing now. If you've got Mass Effect 3 on, well, disc version or on PS Plus, then please have me on PSN and we can get some 4-player co-op matches going. It has been a long time since I played co-op on this game, but I remember it being really, really fun. The game itself is really fun for me as well. I haven't played Mass Effect 1 as it was on Xbox, and I didn't pick up the trilogy. I didn't get on that well with Mass Effect 2, but for me, 3 is... I enjoyed 3 a lot more than I did with number 2. And I think some of that may be because of the co-op, and also they brought out the alternate cut ending, I think it's called, or something, which basically adds to the ending of Mass Effect 3, which so many people hated. But I didn't mind too much anyway. It was good to see the original ending to the extended cut ending and how the cutscenes changed. But yeah, that is what I've played and I'm playing at the moment. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. There'll be a lot more content coming soon, and I'll see you all later.